Imagine 10 messy numbers. Your job, sort them. But you can only do one thing, find the smallest and move it to the front. Repeat. That's it. That's the entire idea behind selection sort. Think of arranging books on a shelf by height. You scan the whole row, pick the shortest, place it on the far left, then scan what's left, pick the next shortest, place it second. Keep going. The left side grows sorted, the right side shrinks. Simple, mechanical, and surprisingly elegant. Formally, for an array of n elements, we run n-1 passes. In each pass, we search the unsorted portion for the minimum element, then swap it with the element at the boundary. 2 nested loops. One job. Done. Here's the implementation. The outer loop picks the boundary. The inner loop hunts for the minimum index. One swap per pass, and that's the key. Selection sort makes at most n-1 swaps total, the fewest of any simple sort. Now the cost. The inner loop scans n-I elements each time. Summed up, that's roughly n squared over 2 comparisons. Time complexity, O of n squared in the best case, average case, and worst case. It doesn't care if the data is already sorted, it always does the same work. Bulk. Selection sort is not stable. Swapping can leap over equal elements, breaking their original order. But there's a clever twist. The bidirectional or double selection sort. In one pass, find both the minimum and the maximum. Place them at both ends. You cut the number of passes in half. So when do we actually use it? When swaps are expensive but comparisons are cheap. When memory writes cost real energy, think flash storage. And when you need the simplest possible sort to teach, to verify, or to bootstrap. It's the honest worker of sorting algorithms. Selection sort isn't fast, it isn't fancy, but it's the foundation. Master it. And every advanced sort, heap sort, quick sort, merge sort starts to feel intuitive. If this helped, like, subscribe, and tell me which algorithm to break down next.